Ooh. Does it work? Maybe? I'm not used to doing it this way. I feel like it's probably fine. Maybe? I like how no matter how many times I do this, I'm just like, I don't really know what I'm doing. Hello. Hi. Sorry, I'm trying to trying to do multiple things simultaneously. Hopefully my sound is okay this time. It should be. Hello, hello. Got the notification. Nice. Hello, everyone. Ah! My alarm going off being like, it's noon. You have to remember to be a person. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Anyway, hello. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do things setting up a live stream that I'm not used to. Good morning. If it is morning where you are. Hello. Hello. Hopefully I did everything properly. I don't fully remember. I'm gonna be honest. Am I using OBS? Yes. Yes, I am. So if there's anything weird, I'm sorry. If there's like a weird delay or something, then that's probably why. Good morning. Hello. Hi. It isn't morning for me anymore, technically, but semantics. Who cares? It doesn't feel like morning. I get that. I can understand that vibe of like, I don't feel like I've been awake long enough for it to not be morning. But I thought I would do this on the PC this time. We'll see what happens. A little bit different. Mostly because I was like intimidated by, do I remember how to do all of this? And I wasn't entirely sure. I feel like the extra step of it needs to go through a like streaming thing. I was like, oh, I don't, it's so much easier to just turn my phone on, but I liked the idea of being slightly more, I don't know, hands-free, less chaotic, maybe? More professional? I don't know. Have we made it into more professional territory? I say as I get distracted. Anyway, how is everyone? I hope that everyone is staying cool and fine because, oh my god, it's so hot in my part of the world right now that it's a little bit of a struggle. To the point where I hope that my tech is okay. It was giving me some trouble the last couple of days because it was so stupidly hot. Oof. 34? I don't know if it's gonna get that bad where I am, but it is already very hot here. So hopefully the stream will go fine. It might just end abruptly if it's too hot and it makes my tech freak out a little bit, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I was gonna sit here. I'm working on some knitting. I need people to know that this is my job. So I'm not just like randomly always knitting and crocheting and what have you. It is in fact what I do with my time when I'm not making other things. But since I was just gonna sit here and knit anyway, I thought, why not stream? why not do it? I am, in fact, knitting at this moment. I don't have a knit cam set up for streaming. I guess I could have. It's too late now. I'd have to like close OBS and restart if I wanted to do it now, but I suppose I could at some future point. I just don't know if it's very entertaining to watch. Knitting is very repetitive, which is why my brain likes it, but it's not great for entertainment value. But I thought since I'm just gonna sit here anyway, why not have a little chat? Hang out. Take a break from the fact that I've been trying to edit this morning. And it hurt my brain just like a tad because I still talk too much. So all right, Inkling, working on a video too. Yeah, the longer ones are the ones that I dread. I get that so much. You're like, maybe if I just ignore it, it'll go away. Need the knitting cam for live replays in slow-mo? Why? Every time I drop a stitch or something? Which rarely happens, honestly. I tossed this knitting into my bag yesterday on a whim and just like went for a walk. And I didn't lose any stitches, so I like to live on the wild side of things. This is peaceful. It's so much nicer when I don't have vertical. Significantly less questionable things in my chat. It's lovely. You'll get it, Inkling. I understand. It's fine to be like, yeah, I can totally figure out how to like film this thing or edit this thing, and then it's another to actually be sitting there like realizing you have to actually figure it out. So, especially when it's like turnaround time things. Not that I'm an expert on any of that. I think anyone who has been watching my channel knows that I'm still trying to work out the kinks of that. But to be fair, some of that is the attention deficit. There are some battles I'm just not meant to win. Sorry, I'm decreasing stitches, so I'm trying to like make sure I'm counting the right number. But this is lovely. Do the strange comments only happen when I do vertical? Fascinating. Keep that in mind. I kind of only stream to talk to the people that watch my videos regularly anyway, so... I'm assuming the vertical is like because people are just endlessly scrolling, right? And then the live stream comes up. And then they just decide to be a menace? I don't know. I don't scroll through like I don't know, I don't end up there when I'm scrolling. Though to be fair, my YouTube account that I just watch casually has had many years to figure out what I like, and it's not just like random live streams, so that may also be part of it. Oh, Twice is on hiatus? No. I didn't know anything about that. I've been kind of in my own world doing other stuff. So I haven't checked in on news things, but I mean, they need it. I mean, how many members of Twice had to be put on some kind of break before we actually got to this point? Sorry, I had to count stitches. I can't talk and count at the same time. My brain can't multitask with that in particular. But yeah, I'm assuming it's because people are just like scrolling through the shorts feed, which I think already you should be questioning some of your life choices. Like if you're just scrolling through YouTube shorts on like a random Monday or Tuesday, that's usually when I end up streaming because it's a little bit of a less chaotic point in my week. You need to start thinking about what I don't know what you want out of life because it can't be that, right? As much as I love a good doom scroll every once in a while, as much as I don't mind getting lost in just like some random comment, like random content, or like giving someone a chance. I mean, like I don't know what your content is like, but I'm just gonna check it out and see what it's like and who what your vibes are. That's fine. But you know, there's some restraints. You got to start making some decisions. I think. Yeah, short form content is like a difficult. It can be a slippery slope depending. I feel like it doesn't scratch the right itch for me though, which is strange because I was a teenager at the height of Vine. You think that I would love a nonsense piece of short form content. But I feel like I my brain just likes a good like hour long video. You may have picked up on that from just looking at my channel. But even when I'm watching stuff, I'm like I want to be sad. I think it's because like if my attention is like not great, I'm like flitting all over the place. I think it interacts with the anxiety and I have to be like physically doing stuff. So I feel like that's when like my whole house gets cleaned because I don't have the attention span to like just sit down and like be stationary for longer than a few minutes. Whereas when my attention wants to hyperfixate, that's when I sit down and I'm like still. So I think that that's why I end up with long form that I'm watching. I love a good video essay, you know? I've just accepted that I'm old, which I'm not really, but I'm old in my heart, you know? I'm just waiting until my external representation is really who I am. Yeah, I think short form content can be helpful. There are some really good content creators that I definitely found back when I was still on TikTok, which I'm not really anymore, other than work stuff. But just like really smart, well spoken, interesting people, or just like people making stuff. I love just getting to see people do wild, creative things. And I think that short form can be a really good way of just getting like a snapshot of being like, this is what this person's creations are like. I've been old since I was a teenager. Same. I've been old since I was a child, and I was like, why do you all have so much energy? What are we doing? Oh, my streams don't show up. Maybe it's just I think maybe it's just the random ones. I think maybe you have to be in the depths of a doom scroll before you find me. I don't know. Maybe it was just bad luck, but I like how peaceful this one is. It's lovely. We're in our prime. I don't know. My knees make a weird sound whenever I like sit down, so I don't know if I'm there anymore. I think I might just have to accept that I'm not exactly prime, but we're doing okay. Um, hang on. Wait, one. Cool. Okay. Sorry, I had to count, and my brain was also like, languages. Is this a weird time to point out that I don't usually count in English? I don't know what that is, but sacrificial spaghetti, you don't have any grays? What? Well, now I feel extra old. Maybe I'm just stressed. Though to be fair, clearly my body does not like to hold on to any kind of pigment. So it might have just been the the like Irish ancestry that made it inevitable. I definitely do though. I can't even remember when I saw my first gray hair. It's been so long. Am I knitting anything specific? Yes, it's gonna look a bit strange, but I'm perfecting my cardigan design at the moment. So I am knitting something specific. I'm knitting a front panel right now. It's too big of a piece for me to like hold it up properly. Yeah, I think I might have. Maybe, I don't know if I had grays in high school, but I definitely did in university. Also, no gray hairs. Gosh, I don't know why you guys won with that. That's like my dad. My dad didn't have gray hairs forever, and now I'm like in my 20s and I have some, and I'm like, you couldn't have handed those ones to me? What I got the back pain, but I didn't get the I get to keep my hair not gray. Tiffany, hi. Now I just feel old. I have several. I don't know if it picks up because my camera is not the best at being like, here are the actual colors of things. So it makes my hair look very dark, and it's actually not. But in I make really long videos, it's difficult to find like a good camera that doesn't have a timeout setting. So I have endeavored to get a better camera. However, I need one that isn't going to time out at like 30 minutes because that's not going to work. I will get far too annoyed with that. Excited to get salt and pepper hair. I'm a little bit excited because I feel like then I can be the person who like dyes their hair, because at the moment I don't want to bleach it just because my hair is like not like great for that. I have dyed it a few times like when I was younger, and it was like not super great experience. So I feel like if I lose all of the pigment in my hair, then I can finally dye it something cool. Again, I did dye it silver once, so maybe that was just my mistake. I need a 4K camera when I reach 10K. I don't know. 4K seems like a lot. I don't think we need to know each other that well. You know? I think there's something to be said for like a veil of mystery when it comes to how well I'm perceived. Some girls dig the grays, you know? I don't think there's anything wrong with gray hair. I think it can be really I think it's about embracing it, you know? I think it's about accepting it for what it is. I would look kind of witchy with salt and pepper hair. Thank you. I think that that would be so good. I would love to give off witchy vibes. It is my deepest goal in life to eventually be that weird house on the edge of town that the kids tell stories about and like dare each other to knock on the door. I think that that would just, there's a house like that near where I live right now. I call it the witch's house. It has the most intriguing garden. Like the full front yard is just like this untamed garden and I love it. Unface reveal at 10K. Yeah, I'm gonna sink into more pixelated. I'm gonna get like an old camcorder and just like embrace the like millennial vibes. Freya. Okay, one more. Who's okay? I'm like, is Agatha Marvel? I don't know the reference. I'm sorry. I don't know who Miss Honey is, but she seems nice. To be fair, I want my personality. I want like Miss Frizzle. You know, like that's like the goal is for the personality to be Miss Frizzle. The aesthetic though is going to be like witchy of some kind. I'm gesturing too much. It's messing up my my autofocus. I'm sorry. There's no way for me to focus it on my face properly without having the autofocus on. I'm sorry, Miss Honey. Wait. Is Miss Honey Matilda? Are we mixing up our references? I was assuming Agatha from yeah, like WandaVision, and then there's like the show about her. I'm sorry, I gave up on Marvel after I got to like Endgame or whatever. So I stopped paying attention. Okay, yeah, Matilda. No, I know who Miss Honey is from Matilda. I just assumed we were making a reference within the same IP. I'm cool with that. I can live with the Miss Honey vibes. But Miss Frizzle is like the end game for me. That's the goal. I want people to be like the teacher thing and the eccentric clothing and just like let's go on an adventure. That's what I want. Matilda is a wild kids movie. Can we just all acknowledge that? Like I remember as a kid having parts of it freak me out, and then as an adult I'm like, why was I allowed to watch this? Though to be fair, my parents let me watch some crazy things. My mom's a bad influence sometimes. Yeah, there is something about chocolate cake that is just like slightly, I'm picturing it right now and I feel like the look of disgust is clear in my face. I know exactly what that scene is. Especially as like a neurodivergent, the like visceral reaction I had to that as a kid. You got into Marvel because of Agatha? Now I feel extra old. Oh my god. I got into Marvel because I used to sit on the floor of our local grocery store and read random like X-Men comics. I mean, I miss what Marvel used to be, but also it was never gonna last. It never does, right? Eventually, all things must end. And I got an ending. I have some issues with it, but ugh, we're the same age? And you didn't get into Marvel till then? We grew up in different places. Again, my mom's a bad influence. She indoctrinated me at a young age, specifically with Incredible Hulk, where Marvel is concerned, anyway. The super aggressive Marvel dudes will do that. I'm a DC fan. That's where my heart is, and boy, is that an experience. Joke's on them. I know more about it than they do. Yeah, I know. Sorry, I have like a bajillion alarms to be like, hey, did you eat yet? Have you drank some water? Have you been a person? I'm like, yes, I did all of the things. Yeah, Marvel refuses to end, which is a choice. Wow, y'all being like, Inkling, I get it. You're young. You're like, I got into Marvel at Iron Man. Get out of my face. Some of us read the comics, okay? Some of us were excited for Iron Man before he got a movie. Oh, to be fair, my mom also raised me on Cher and Celine Dion. Okay, Canadian. But all the greats, really. The amount of music I know from like the 70s and 80s is great, but she was also a huge nerd. So I also grew up with like Batman and Incredible Hulk. And then she's like, "Why are you so weird?" You. You're the reason I'm weird. Miss I Met Harrison Ford in the 80s. Come on. Read the comics as well. Uh-huh. Ain't a movie guy. I mean, yeah, I also get that like no one really cared about superhero films for a while. Like I feel like if you weren't there pre superhero films weren't just like really cheesy, like cheaply made. You can see the like zipper and the costumes films, then yeah. Oh, I love Agent Carter. Can we all appreciate that that show should have gotten more seasons? Maybe it's just because I love the aesthetic of it, but what a show. My mom still quotes that show all the time. She loves Howard Stark. So the number of times I can just like say stuff and she's like it sets her off. Do I speak French? Oui. Je suis francophone. Spider-Man, yep. I think my biggest flex of my I've read Spider-Man comics is with the Into the Spider-Verse films. I'm like, I know this reference. I know what this thing is. Like the way I went to go see the Across the Spider-Verse with my brother and I like gasped because I was like, "Oh my god. I love getting like you get like Hobie and stuff in it." I'm like, "Give me." Blade is also a good one, but it's not like it's a difficult one to sell to people, you know? It doesn't have, I think, the like blockbuster potential of a lot of the other superhero or like Marvel movies did at the time. Yes, I know Agent Carter. I love that show so much. It was so good. It was such a fun time. I remember like rewatching it. I think because I was like sick once, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna watch this show because I love it so much. And like I remember watching it as it was coming out, like with my mom, because we used to have our shows scheduled very strategically throughout the week, and that was one of them. Yes, Blade is Marvel. Ghost Rider film. I was gonna say like Spider Noir is happening though, right? Yes. Oh my gosh, I loved Jarvis in Agent Carter. He's such a cutie pie. Like I just want to protect him. I want to save him from the horrors of the world because he needs it. Everything is just too much for him, and I'm like, I get that. I'm with you. And also, one of the actors in it was it. Oh, is his name Agent Souza? Right, the one that like works with Peggy. I remember him from like a different show, so I remember like seeing that he was gonna be in it. I was like, oh, I know you. Oh, I also love Daredevil. Daredevil is my favorite Marvel character, even though in the Netflix show he cries all the time. But you know what? That Catholic guilt will get to you. I mean, to be fair, okay, Agent Carter Jarvis over Iron Man Jarvis, one of them is a computer. So I feel like the Agent Carter Jarvis makes sense to like more because he's a person. As much as I love a good, like, humorous robot in my, sci-fi superhero films, it's kind of easy to compete with like an artificial intelligence in terms of connection. Yeah, Big Hero 6 is also Marvel. Hey, you will put some respect on Jarvis, okay? He may be an artificial intelligence, but he's one of ours. Apparently, no one was listening about the whole Age of Ultron thing, though. I feel like there was a big warning in that film and nobody paid attention. I am ceasing my efforts in knitting because I have a slightly more complicated thing I need to do. And I cannot do that while I'm also sitting here talking. So that probably means I don't know how much longer I'm going to be here streaming. We'll see. Because I do have work things that I need to do. I feel like Agent Carter's voice and actor suits the role more. I don't know. Isn't gosh, why am I blanking on his name in Iron Man? Because he's also Vision. Um but I really like his work. I like the stuff that he's in, so I don't know if I'd be able to choose. I mean, I think probably he gives a better performance with Vision because it's like an actual character. I like all the debate of like, is it artificial intelligence? I mean, yeah. So, have I watched Born Again? No, I don't even know if I know what that is. Off the top of my head. Oh, the the moment of the Depp v. Heard trial. I forgot that he was in like roped into that. I don't even remember all of the people because I paid too much attention to the legal filings, and there were a bunch of people that were like referenced, but they never actually testified, or like they didn't actually get depositions done or like shown or whatever. Is Daredevil Netflix? The first few seasons were? I don't remember. I think I only watched like the first two seasons and then I didn't catch up. The trial was wild. I was there, man. I was in the trenches of that one. Did you just say Aquaman's actor? Are we talking about Amber Heard or are we talking about Jason Momoa? The Hawkeye guy? Are we talking about Jeremy Renner? Are we not knowing the names of people? I think that shows how much of an impact it might have actually had on us. Like, can we all just take a moment to be like, yeah, I love this character, and the actor was there? For like, there were some people there that played that character, which I think is funny. Like, I think for all of the like celebrity of like being in a Marvel film or a Disney film can like make you like a career, and we're all just like, you know, that guy who played that character. You can't say his last name. Inkling, you don't have to say his last name. You're typing. I only know it because he was in Stargate Atlantis, and the commercials used to be like, starring Jason Momoa, and, right? Like, they used to be those old, voiceover announcement commercials for TV shows. So, yeah, like, Jeremy Renner is the Hawkeye, which, I mean, not gonna unpack that one. Okay, no, to be fair, it is very like neurodivergent to be like, you know, that thing, you know, that person from that thing who did that role where like the stuff happened, you know, the guy. It's all just Petro Pascal. It's all just, I mean, gosh, I feel like if we find out that he's ever done anything questionable, I think it might break the internet. I think the moms might never come back to films. Like, I think that might be it. We're talking Marvel stuff, yes. I don't really know how we got here, but I'm not mad about it. I love talking about superheroes. I have so many films behind me that are superhero stuff, including Marvel. I think my copy of Iron Man might be from like 2008. Like, I think I bought a physical copy of it a way back. Knowing someone's name only because of a meme is very our generation coded. Oh, there's rumors? Goodness gracious. Of course there are rumors though. He like got a bunch of popularity really quickly. Anyone who has, I mean, I don't know. I feel like the only way to make it through something like Hollywood is like you show up, you make a ton of money, and then you peace out as quickly as possible. Like I think you have to like do a bunch of stuff back to back, get your success, and then you have to run. That is the only way to survive Hollywood in any way. I think anyone who lingers, I'm like, I don't trust you by default. You've been here too long. I like you're talking about the meme. The like Pascal meme. I'm like, yes, the incredible weight of overwhelming talent. The meme we all know. I've not seen the full film, but I've heard that it's very good. Yeah, Hollywood is not what it was. But I think also some of that is there was a certain like mystery to Hollywood for a while that the glamour of it worked because it was like, ooh, to be in Hollywood and the films and to be an actor, right? Whereas now, if you want to be successful in media, you can't just exist behind the facade of a performer, right? Like, some of the most famous actors of all time are really famous because people like to speculate about who they were because they didn't know. So I think that it just doesn't work that way anymore. You can't have like a veil of mystery if you want to be successful in media and showbiz now because everything is connected and it's so oversaturated that like you have to make like anyone can post stuff, case in point. Right? So you have to exist in that space where you're connecting with people and like finding that niche, and you can't do that if you're like hiding behind glamour, right? Oof. Not a supporter. I mean, there are quite a few of those in Hollywood, though. There are quite a few actors where it's like, and then they were at like, they own a red hat, and I'm like, oh, uh-oh. Yeah, people do forget that celebrities are people, but I also think that because we watch them through characters or social media or whatever, there's a tendency to like project ourselves onto them to fill in the gaps, right? Because for all the you need to share more of yourself, you can never like fully share who you are as a person, like the nuances. So you kind of fill in the gaps to explain like why you care about this person. And because of that, when they don't do something you would do, you get really mad about it because it's like going against this like foundation of who you thought they were, right? You're like, oh, I really like your stuff. You must have the same morality as me, right? Because otherwise I can't like your stuff. So when that gets broken, it's like this juxtaposition of like disenchantment that is difficult to deal with. Yeah, the moment we knew too much, Hollywood started to crumble a little bit. It's difficult not to be like, okay, I think that this person's a good actor. Are you on the list? Were you on the island? Do you have crimes? Like, you know, it's like, I gotta vet you before I go any further than like, you did a pretty good job at acting in this. Yes, Project Hail Mary was so good. So good. Pretty happy that a Canadian was in that I'm not entirely mad about, though to be fair, I don't know a lot about Ryan Gosling. I mean, I will give you this inkling. Boy, in the Depp v. Heard case, did I have a lot of questions about Heard's lawyers. Like, there were times where I'm just like, what are you doing? I'm not even a lawyer, but I'm like, that's not a question. That's like, You can't ask that. Oof. You work in a thrift store and you get the hats? Why? All the way in like Australia? Why? I think if anyone who's made it very clear that they don't care about the rest of the world, it's the orange man. Mm, I don't know if you need to separate the art from the artist. I'm hesitant about that phrase because I think that it gives people complacency to like have voluntary ignorance about stuff. I think that there is something for understanding that you can like a piece of art or a piece of media without agreeing with the politics or morality of the person who made it. I think it's okay to be nuanced. I think it's okay to like have those two things intermingle. And I also think it's okay to be uncomfortable. I think I say this as a white person. It's okay to be uncomfortable and to just sit in it. I think you can learn a lot of things from just sitting in the discomfort of something and like just being there, letting it exist. Have I seen Obsession? No. I don't I know enough about what it's about that I don't think that I'm the right person to watch it. I think that it would be very upsetting to me, as much as I'm like, hey, sit in discomfort. I'm like, I think that that would upset me about things I already know. Yeah, the checklist is like, do you own a red hat? Have you been to the island? Where were you on these specific dates? I'm catching up on chat. I'm sorry. I'm not a fast reader. Ooh, musicians too. Musicians have always been a thing though. Like every time I'm like, I really love this musician. However, we need to unpack some things. Um, Obsession was great. I've heard that it's like a really well put together film. I think the subject matter of it is not something that I would want to be part of. I don't know how to talk around it because I'm like, clearly I can't speak. Like, I don't think I can just say the specific terminology that would be to describe it properly. So I'm sorry, but I think I would probably get like a warning on my stream or something. But I think that it's not something that I would be able to like sit through. So I'm glad that there's been lots of like productive and some revealing conversation about it. Yeah, I'm like, I think separating the art from the artist is, like you said, not realizing the persona you see in press isn't always them. It doesn't equal like turning a blind eye to awful political beliefs. I'm like, yeah, I think that there's something for like taking away some of the worship that comes with liking a piece of media. What about Fantastic Beasts? I'm sorry. There's great conversation. Love it. This is so much nicer than my other streams. I'm going to have to do it this way instead of on my phone now because this is so much more productive and nice. I kind of agree, I agree to that to some extent, Jesus, of like, yes, like art is about feeling something, and that feeling is yours. Like everyone who listens to a piece of music or looks at a painting is having their own individual experience with it, right? And in a way, it is like a cooperative experience to make art and to, like the experience of art has to have that like interaction with other people and the emotion in it. But again, I also think that it's important to like do it in an informed way, right? Like it's okay to understand that the person that made something is flawed and a lot of times terrible, and also you're allowed to like a piece of art or like the feeling that you got. Like I think a lot of us have certain songs or shows that were like, this meant so much to me at a certain point in my life, and the person who made it is terrible, but the feelings of comfort that I had from it were still real, right? Um yeah, I'm like, we can call people out. I think it's fine. Yeah, sacrificial spaghetti. I don't want to take a nap, drink some water, cause it's if it's gonna be crazy temperatures, drink some water, sit near a fan if you can. We were talking about Fantastic Beasts because I forgot that he was in that they recast Johnny Depp into that because I only watched the first one. Right, right. Okay. No, it makes sense. The continuation that, sorry, when there's multiple conversations, my brain is like, which one are we connecting this piece of information to? Yeah, don't drink too much caffeine, especially if it's like hot. Hydrate properly. Fair, fair. To be like, if I take a nap, I will slumber for many ages. I get that too. Yeah, I didn't watch any of the other Fantastic Beasts films. I watched the first one and like delayed, and then I never went back. So, I know that it was like connected in the trial though, because again, I did watch it. I really like legal stuff. So, my grandfather was a lawyer and like a legal professor. So, I like I am gonna read the documents or watch the trial. Yes, I am trying to connect all of the wires. I'm trying to keep up. Usually my attention deficit does a pretty good job, but not always. Oh my gosh, Tiffany, you're a law nerd? I also like Emily. I like that she lets me read the documents because sometimes I can't get them and she's like, I got you. I paid. I got the documents because I want to know. I'm thorough and I'm curious. I did stop knitting. Yes. I had to cuz I can't sit at my desk and like do the the stitching that I need to do. So I did stop and I got distracted because we're talking about multiple of my special interests. I'm allowed. I did a bunch of work this morning. Yes. Emily D. Baker does not hold back, and we love that for her. I can't say the catchphrase, but facts. I'm like, I think my live stream might get in trouble. Maybe that's it. Maybe I could have paid attention to chat better if I was still knitting, because it would keep my hands busy. You can see that I'm like, I got a spinny chair and I'm starting to like move around a little bit because I need something. Tiffany, you tried. You tried to get the message through. We know. Facts. Yes, you have my attention at the moment. But mostly because I was trying to count, I was trying to do other stuff. But I finished the side panel, to be fair. I have to like stitch it to the back, and I can't do that properly and like line it up the way that I need to if I'm not like on the floor. I probably could. There's probably lots of people who do that, but not this person. This person needs some floor time if I'm gonna like let the chaos be reined in and actually stitch it up properly. Yeah, I mean, my chair squeaks a little bit. I need to like work on it not squeaking, so I'm trying not to do too much, but I gotta have a spinny chair. I don't have any like armrests on it because I have to be able to sit in every weird position possible. Like cross-legged, pretzel. Like I have to be able to sit in like every strange configuration. And the armrests just try to keep me down, you know? Floor live stream when? I don't know. I have to figure out my mic. Unless I did it with my phone. But if I like not being vertical. But I'd have to figure out my mic situation. Yeah, WD-40, I know. It's just the attention deficit. I'm like, I'll do that. And then I stand up and I forget. And then I do like 20 different tasks before I remember. So it's not that I don't know how to fix the squeaky chair. It's getting between the thought and the actual fixing the problem. You heard the Irish side of me? Maybe. My accent does kind of come in and out. I try to clean my accent up a bit when I'm doing videos because my Irish lilt is not quite as intelligible, or it's not quite an Irish lilt either. It's more like Newfie. Yeah, it's I'll put it on the to-do list maybe. Like at some point I will remember to write down fix squeaky chair, and then in like 6 months I'll remember to look at the list and go, "Oh yeah." And then I'll do it. But I haven't written it down yet, so it's not happening. It's still in the package, unopened, yeah. I mean, I've had a broken like coat hook near my door for like 2 years, and I just recently fixed it. So it took me like 3 seconds. Aw. I don't really spin that much. I'm contained a little bit by the desk that I can't do a full spin. Not when I'm sitting. If I'm just having a good thinking time, though, I can spin to my heart's content. Yeah, you can remind me again later. Just like throw it in like a comment section somewhere, and I'll go, "Oh yeah, And I might actually write it down because I feel like when I look at comments, I'm like ready to write stuff down because people will like recommend things to me or ask me about stuff. So I'm usually, when I'm going through comments, I like have like a note open to be like, I'm just gonna like copy and paste stuff or like links or something so that I can go back to it. Yeah, the best thing you can do with ADHD is say, I'll do it later. And then it feels like you've accomplished something because you did agree that you will do it. But it's actually doing it. That's the hard part. Yeah, there's always something more interesting than what I need to do. Especially just like basic house maintenance stuff. I'm like, that's significantly less fun than listening to one of my favorite albums at full blast. You know? I do have to leave soon though, because I do have to actually finish working on stuff. So, final questions. We have a few minutes left. Yes, write in the reminder to remind me to write a reminder to remind me. Eventually it'll get through the chain. Have I checked out AT's new comeback yet? No. Not yet. I still have to finish the last album, which I have actually started, and I haven't finished it yet. So that one first, and then I will get to Bad and part 5? So, all I've heard about is that people seem to have mixed thoughts, but... Oh, and everyone loves San. That's all I know. San went viral, and people have mixed feelings. Yes, the UAU as well, and the rest of the Crocodile album. I've got a lot of stuff. I know. Which is part of the reason I'm gonna have to end this stream soon, because I have to like, I'm gonna make some lunch, I'm gonna settle in, and I'm gonna hopefully get some stuff filmed, without my tech going crazy on me, and like overheating. I have like all my lights on for this to get the lighting okay, and gosh, is it hot. 6 degrees of separation. But it's a chain of sticky notes and alarms on phones, and eventually one of us will remember it enough. That's me with my family though, because I did get the attention deficit from someone, but the number of times like my brother or my mom will be like, I'm gonna tell you this piece of information because there's a chance I won't remember, and I'm gonna look at you at some point in the next couple of days, and I'm gonna need one of us to remember that this is the thing that I wanted to do or remember. Yes, 11 days to more Bleach. I didn't get to go see it in theaters because I had stuff going on over my birthday. Which was a whole thing. But, very excited. It just means I get to watch it for the first time with you guys. Do I plan on watching more anime after Bleach? I mean, I have on the channel, and I definitely have a show that I'm thinking of. Before I go back, and I'll probably do more like of the Bleach filler stuff, but I want to do some other stuff in between. 2 halves of a whole idiot. Yeah, no, the thing that my mom and I always say is, look into my eyes and read my mind. We're like, there's something I need to remember. It's in there. And I need you to read it in my eyes and tell me what I was supposed to be remembering. Yeah. Same sacrificial spaghetti. I'm always just like, I'm saying this out loud in the hopes that someone is going to remember. It's probably not going to be me. It's worse. My dad is worse though. My dad will just stop in the middle of a conversation and like wander off, and then he'll come back like an hour later and just keep talking like the conversation didn't end. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't know I was supposed to keep that information in my brain. What are we talking about? Aw, I hope you feel better for your birthday. Or, like, better, right? Getting sick around your birthday is always terrible. You recommend Jujutsu Kaisen? I've seen the first season. I watched it back when it was coming out. But I don't remember that much about it. I'm gonna be honest. I remember the shadow puppies, and that it definitely isn't just Naruto, and that the guy has the eyes, and a panda, and some stuff about spirits. Yeah, my dad resumes conversations like a cutscene. And he'll just start a different conversation in the middle of one too. Like, I'll be talking to my brother and he'll just be like, anyway, I don't want to talk about this. I would like to talk about this instead. I'm like, okay, tell me about the snowmobile you're working on. Yeah, Gojo, yes. Which I only remember because there's a type of soap that is called Gojo. And I remember finding that very entertaining. But yes, okay, I'm gonna have to go though. I'm gonna have to get some work done, some filming. And hopefully it'll all work out. I have a few reactions that I'm like in the middle of because my tech has been a little bit temperamental with the heat. So I will have to get back to some stuff. It's been fun to have a little chat. It's so nice when I do it on my PC. I should do more of it. It's so much nicer when I don't have to like dodge people being all weird in my comments. But it's been lovely. I love when we just get a nice little chat like this, and it's just us being nerds and talking about stuff and having a fun time. This is why I have a channel. Because I'm like, yes, I want to talk about the things that I have special interests in. So it's been lovely. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, evening, morning, whatever it may be. Look after yourselves. Drink water if you're somewhere where it's hot. Stay cozy if you're somewhere where it's winter. I envy you. And as I always say, just be nice. But every time I say that, something crazy happens in the world, and we all forget that we're supposed to be nice. So just be nice. Say something nice to people in your world, in your life. Just be kind. I need people to be kind. And look after yourselves. And I will see you guys soon in the near future with more videos. So have a lovely rest of your day. Goodbye.